Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
On the kick.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First down. Stockton. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Perkins going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Lawrence. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak. And a melon
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what he's got a man complete? And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Brandon, I know this isn't what they were hoping to see at any point this season from their new starter because they brought him in to take care of the ball and add a new dimension to the offense. They didn't expect the dimension to be a bunch of turnovers, and that's what's happening right now.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Lawrence. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's going to let it go again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Lawrence going to throw again. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And Lawrence going to take it himself. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. McCann's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Agnew now to return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Moore. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Lawrence. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Anthony McFarland to return from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Devon Hamilton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Off the play fake. Perkins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to go up top again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
From the 39, Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 58 yards. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hit...
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone comes McFarland. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Perkins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Moore, 57 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 24. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone comes McFarland. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Perkins. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Perkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone comes McFarland. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Stockton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Off play action. Perkins. And now here is another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On the ready.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw from his end zone, Perkins. He's going to try and go deep again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Go now.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Check.
Here's a give to Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one...
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Jacksonville, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.